Well, howdy everyone, Carrier Rich Sim Racer here. I think it's week 11, don't quote me, for Season 1 2025 for the Gen 3 Supercars. And we are at Sandown this week on a foggy racetrack here for the practice. There is a small chance of rain, I think it's 3 or 4%. So, you know, it might be one of those things we might have to deal with this week, but maybe only one of the servers. I think it's likely you're not going to get a wet one this week. However, it is foggy, fairly cool on track, only 20 degrees. Unfortunately, guys, I've had some issues the last few weeks and haven't been able to stream as much as I'd like on a Monday night. I'm a little bit disappointed I missed out on Red Bull Ring last week and Okayama the week before. That was the one I was really enjoying. But these things happen. My mum, unfortunately, she got hit on the leg by my bulldog Max a few weeks ago, and the blood was sort of pooling in her foot and that, so she's a bit sort of worried about it. So we actually went to the hospital on Monday. That's why I couldn't make the race. But she's all good, so there's no worries there, just still a little bit sore, and the bruising's going to take a while to go down. Alright, so let's start a lap here at Sandown. We're looking for the red panel fence over here on the right as our first braking marker. And you're going hard on the brakes and you're really trailing deep into this corner, trying to get close and apply the throttle sort of halfway through the corner. Alright, back to second, get up on both those curbs, try to carry some speed through there. Same thing again, try and get this tight and stay off the outside curb, because it really does cost you. And as you can see there, I sort of got on the gas a little bit hard, the car stepped out. If you get up on that curb, it can certainly be more pronounced than that. Alright, so the dirt track over here, we're braking just before it. Back to fourth, try and get close to that curb there. And we're braking just in the depression there. Oh, you can get up on that curb as well, carry some good speed there on exit. And here we're looking to brake at about 60, maybe 70. Back to second, get up or close to that curb so you can really open this one out and get on the gas. And there is a lap of Sandown. Now I think the quick guys are going to be somewhere near the 8s, maybe even 7s. I'm going to be happy if I'm in the 9s, I think, and I think I was a 9-1, so I'm pretty happy. That was a pretty good lap actually. As always, we're on full fuel, so about 80 litres I think that started with this server. Alright, I'll try and miss that curb, see if it's any quicker. I think it's much of a muchness there. The Gen 2 car used to get a bit unsettled by the first curb, so you used to miss the first curb and get on the second one. I think you could probably hit both with the Gen 3 car here. Alright, so again, you know, braking just before the dirt track there. And going out wide so you can get in close, get on the gas, apply smooth and hard as you can. Alright, so you can get up on this curb if you want, but it's all about that exit there. And you see I just slid a little wide and that cost me maybe a 10th on exit. I think we're pretty close, another 9 flat, 9-1. Alright, now I'm sure there's guys out there that'll be quicker than me. I'm not the quickest around here at Sandown, even though I'm topping this session I think at the moment. Just went a little bit sort of sketchy there. I like doing the short shift there. I don't know if it's necessary, but you can see here I just got up a bit wide there. Saved it. But of course, you know, this is my 3rd lap, so I'll be bringing it around to the pits. I will get in and do a short couple of laps in the wet, just in case we get a wet race this week, but I think it's only at about 3 or 4%, so it's probably unlikely. But I will do a wet run around here just to show you guys. Alright. Now the pit entry is just up here on the right, and you're looking to brake as soon as you get past the curb pretty much. It's a fairly slow pit entry there, so you can maybe push it a little bit more, but really there's not much to gain there. So it's one of those things, again, if you push it too much when there's not much on offer, then you may be risking a penalty. Alright guys, we will quickly jump into another server. I might have to create my own session because I doubt there's going to be a rain one, but we'll see how we go. We'll be back soon. Howdy everyone, Cowy. I'm back with the wet track portion of this track guide here for Sandown. And as you can see, it's not raining at the moment, but there is a fair bit of water on the track, as you can tell by the rooster tails in my mirror. And I must say, it's pretty slippery here. Oh, that corner there, the car just doesn't want to turn, so we're going to have to... Oh, cold tyres, I mean, you know, it's always diabolical on cold, wet tyres in the rain. You can see I'm still getting sort of wheel spin in third and fourth. Well, let's see if we can get a little bit of heat in these tyres so we can actually show you guys a bit of a lap around Sandown in the wet. See already the car just wants to float and slide. So now the same rule that I employ in the wet is very much true here. Stay off the curves, stay off the lines, try to get as much as you're braking and that done in a straight line. Alright, let's see how we go, see if we can get a lap anywhere near indicative here. I have no idea what is a good time in the wet. Alright, now as normal, you would brake pretty close to your brake markers. That yellow line there is a bit deeble, so stay away from it. Get the car slowed up as much as you can. Turn in early here, because the car wants to rotate. You can get up on those curves by the looks of it, but this one here, oh, we somehow saved it, but that's where it's going to be the issue, sort of coming off those curbs and trying to get traction down. But already we're sliding around everywhere. There's a lot of water on the track, and I think I actually didn't set the track's state, so I'm not sure how much rubber is here, but you can sort of see it's been laid down, and those areas are really slippery. It doesn't look like there's a lot of water on the track in front of me, but behind me it certainly does. Alright, so again, those same principles. You're braking pretty much in the same places, maybe a metre or two before it, you just don't have the pace. But here you've got some yellow lines that are going to be diabolical, so you want to stay away from them. So we're about 8-9 seconds off the dry pace. Let's try and see if we can push it a little bit more this time. Oh, and just a passenger there. I'm going to try and short shift. But the car just, it doesn't want to turn there at that corner. I think that's going to be one of the big troublesome ones. Because if there's rubber down. But I mean, even coming off onto the back straight there, you're still getting wheel spin in third, fourth and fifth. Alright. And I think probably one of the other techniques is just turning a little bit early, or as I've just done there, just completely shoot off, because there's no point trying to rotate the car. Let's see if we can bleed that off. I think one of the advantages in the wet is going to be that the slowdowns are not going to be very difficult to bleed off. Alright, one more lap. I don't know if I'm going to be giving you an indicative time or anything here, because even with that big slide, I'm still half a second up on the one before. But as I said, you know, the wet is very much about feeling your way around. Hopefully got a bit of grip this time. And again, I would normally say break up the inside there so you get away from the rubber, but you really need that. Oh, like there, that's where the rubber is. So you're going to need to maybe try and get on the inside of T2. Because I think that's going to be the troublesome corner this week if you get any running in the wet. Of course, Dandenong up here is always a tricky corner in the wet, and it's going to be easy if, you know, again, as I said, you go to stop the car and turn in and she just slides. Whereas if you can actually use a bit of that curb there. Again, you know, if you do need to use the curbs, the idea is to be really gentle on your inputs. So you try not to turn the car too much, try not to apply too much accelerator, or alright, and then bring it into the pits. Now, I don't know if that's my best sort of 2 or 3 laps there in the wet, but it is quite tricky around here. It's going to be slippery. You need to go near some of those curves, so I think that's what's going to make it diabolical this week. But with only a 3 or 4% chance, I think you'd have to be a bit unlucky to get a wet race this week. Alright guys, hope you are all enjoying the track guides. Okay, about 1% a lap, maybe a little bit more for the tyres there. But yeah, I hope you're all enjoying the track guides. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. But this is Cowy, Average Sim Racer, signing off, and hopefully I can get out for the Monday Strength of Field this week. Cheers.